Alright, everybody, so this is day 3, and this one is actually pre recorded. I recorded when I was really tired and I didn't record myself talking over it, so I'm rewatching it. I don't really remember, but I've seen this before, so. Um, but yeah, so what I ended up changing on this day was that I swapped Addison and Luel's positions so that Addison would do courage onto Luel. And then the other thing I did was I disabled invocation of free action, the one that gives AP up and agility up, so that Luel can do her earthen invocation and get a little bit more unit resist up as she starts the battle. So let's watch over this and see how this goes. So I kind of just have it here at the party formation. Oh, and I believe I also added that Odin. I changed what was there. I think I changed Addison's card to Odin. So that would also increase the unit resistance up. So I don't remember the outcomes of this, so we'll actually see what happens here. So the first team looks like it's a win team, more the merrier. I feel like more the merrier is a little outdated at this point, most likely. But she does come in with a Rysol, I believe her name is. I forget her name. And a Winter Luartha. I feel like Winter Luartha might also be outdated. But we'll see. Okay, so there is the courage. And there's a remove re-raise. So, and there's the earthen invocation. I think I do get Luel to eventually start using re-raise. I don't know if it happens here or not.
All will go well. Believe it is time we end this.
And there's another re-raise on their side.
No holding back.
And Hyo goes for the revitalize. So Hyo also has his own form of courage. If Addison doesn't cast it on him, he'll cast it on himself. But yeah, if Addison is in range, she'll just go ahead and attack. Her AI seems to be pretty aggressive and she just runs forward, so what can I do about that? That was a nice slow on that side. I think that was on Luartha. So there's the re-raise. Luartha.
I see pain in your
So I think Luartha might be the bigger threat here, aside from Rysol.
knowledge is power.
Addison goes down. I think Addison just puts herself into trouble for no reason. And then also remember that this team is wind, so Luel's weak against wind. But they allow her to get a turn. And if they hit me with re-raise, then that's going to be an with re-raise removal, that's going to be an instant kill for Luel. Looks like she didn't do that much damage here. Hyo comes in. It's all up to you, buddy.
Just give up.
How does he only hit 2? Oh, she's up on the ledge. Ha. So she might be too far back to hit Luel. Probably not, though. I think Rain is in a decent... Hyo is in a decent spot here. It's all a matter if this really hurts him or not. There's a re-raise remove, and he goes blind. Uh-oh. Now, does she actually have evasion? Yes, she does. But he goes for triple trick and lowers her evasion. He survives with the courage. Does he have enough to one-shot here? Not looking hopeful.
Just give up.
And she evaded it. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Forgot I don't have to click anything. We'll just watch it play, and I get demoted down to silver 3. Oh no. Okay. Let's see if I can fast forward this a little bit. Okay, so I'm making one other change here. That's going to be to change the initial placement. So let's see what I actually do. I think that's how I leave it. They're in the back row, and now Heal actually just goes between them. I think that was because Addison kept running in front. I think that's why I did that. So let's keep watching here. I didn't see what that team was, but we'll see it in a second here. A dark team. Okay. So right now, dark is pretty good in the meta. It's probably not the best in the meta. Maybe a couple of weeks ago it was. Maybe like a month ago at this point, but I don't think it's going to be super duper strong. If I remember correctly, I feel like I at least had a chance against this. But then again, I kind of went up against a few dark teams since this time, so I probably got them all mixed up in my head. Okay, so there's the Earthen Invocation, so that's going to help against dark teams. So that's kind of my part of my reason to keep using that is because of dark teams. Dark teams are definitely very prolific right now. I don't think Raph is in range. She does put up that shield, re-raise, a whole bunch of stuff there. Sephiroth gonna run up. I don't think he's in range, but I think Raph might be in range here. Addison gonna run up. She really always tends to do her limit first to start with. And it's really a matter of whether the slope lands or not. So usually that is good. Pre-raise is good. If anything, the re-raise, even if it gets removed, the thing is that at least it forces the removal. I'm not gonna lie though, Sephiroth's removal is pretty good anyway, so like a lot of times you might think like the removal might cause them to use a weaker move, but the one that Sephiroth has is pretty strong. I'm not sure if he has super big range to do it, so he doesn't. Alright, Luel and then Hyo up next. So they might have a chance to do a little bit of a wombo combo here. So Raph took a bit of damage, so did Duane. So I think Duane goes down next turn. Potentially Raph too. But Raph feels like a little bit less of a threat because he's slowed. And they both go down. Nice. Okay. So Sephiroth is going to dispel Courage and Miris. Let's see if they survive. I think at least Yo has to survive here. Oh, they both survive. Okay. I feel like we have this wrapped up because that didn't do much damage.
No mercy.
I'm pretty sure Sephiroth doesn't have re-raise. The only reason I remember is because his death animation. I've never seen him get up from his death animation. So I kind of assume that he doesn't have re-raise. Alright, let's see if we can skip forward a little bit. Okay, matching up to the next team. It's a mirror match, oh my god. Another win team. So yeah, I think the fact that one of my tankier units is weak to wind kind of makes wind a little bit hard for me. So as much as I tried to build this team against like the meta, quote unquote, the wind is just too strong.
I will decide the fate of our enemies. I can do this alone.
Yeah, so Sephiroth doesn't have a built-in re-raise. So that's one less thing to fear about him every time you see him. So this team looks pretty good.
Thank you.
Sadali and Glaciella are a pretty powerful combo. If little Leela can stay back and heal, she's probably pretty good. And I feel like she doesn't have as much utility as she used to have. But yeah, I think she's going to be staying back, so...
Knowledge is power.
Okay, there's one courage.
What an interesting foe. Are you okay?
There's the Earthen Invocation, which is not going to help against wind. But it will help against single target attacks. And Jeume might be actually far enough back that he can still use his courage. Not sure if I'd rather him attack than use courage, but... Okay, they're all definitely in range right now. Alright, let's see if Addison... She's probably going to go for her LB. No. No slow, but the slow wouldn't have done anything to stop him. Little Leela with the cure. Alright, Luel, now's your chance, but she's probably not going to do much damage against wind.
Justice predicted.
So she does get everybody in that, but she does nothing basically. And she kind of, I feel like she's stopping Hill from doing his big AoE here.
Just give up.
But at least he well, not one shots, but he finished off Sadali from like 80 or 90%. So not too bad. And he's actually still in the back, so maybe he can avoid further damage. It's so weird because knowing this is a video, but it's like lagging because it lagged before. Kind of makes me feel like, why is the video lagging? And there goes Glaciella popping off, as Glaciella tends to do. And I don't think he had the courage, so we didn't see a courage dispel on him. And I think Luel's courage already triggered. And he doesn't have the courage, so... Yeah, wind is a problem for me. The thing is, wind has been pretty strong for a while. I feel like wind has been consistently strong for most, like ever since like 2B came out. I think after that, wind has always been pretty high up there as far as I'm concerned. All right, so maybe a little fast forward here. Okay. Come on. Past lag, little fast forward, little more. Alright. Little more, little more. Yeah, I guess I had to back out. Okay, so another dark team. A little more fast forward. Skip over this loading time. Alright. So there's a courage.
Are you prepared to lose your lives? No mercy. Darkness, embrace my I'll show them, plunge them into despair. What an interesting foe. Are you okay?
There's the Earthen Invocation, so that's gonna help against Dark.
I will not waver.
I shall cover you.
And so Helena moves back. So that gives us a little bit more time to buff. They're all buffing in the back there. So let's see if Addison casts some of their courage, and she does. So Hyo is like set up pretty well right now. He doesn't have to use his courage, so he's probably going to revitalize. There's a re-raise.
Hear the call of despair.
And that Geo Absorption does quite a bit of damage. And he might already be revitalized. Yeah, he is revitalized. That gold is definitely not from the courage. Alright, so a nice triple hitter here with a light limit burst. So I'm guessing this did big damage. Okay, so down goes Fina, and there's a slow, but there's a CTO. Oh, Fina's still alive. Okay, and Hyo gets actually in there and hits all three with his LB. And animation's turned on, apparently. Holy crap. That was the craziest alignment ever. So yeah, I think whatever I changed here, the Earth Invocation definitely helps. But whatever I changed here definitely helps against dark teams. And now I am a lot less afraid of dark teams at this point. I'm telling you that going forward, because the next day I will definitely face some dark teams. But not to say that I do any good or bad against them. I'm just less afraid of them. Okay. So I think that was a Sadali, so another win team. Yeah. So it kind of feels like there's a couple of losses here, but like the win teams are really strong. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a loss, because I'm just feeling like win teams are going to be pretty strong in general. So this Tifa, I don't really remember Tifa. So this is a different, like, even though it's wind and to me it's a little scary, this is kind of a different feeling I have going into this. Like, Jeume can be a problem, but like I don't feel like she's super threatening offensively. But I know she's a very good support. So just because she might not kill doesn't mean she's not a problem. Tifa kind of depends on how you build her. Sadali is a problem regardless. Okay, so she takes that pretty decently. But again, Jeume is not the attacker of the group. So it's all a matter of if the re-raise can stay up, or the courage, or both. I don't think she was able to cast the re-raise. The slow is pretty good, but like the fact that this is only hitting the front person is bad. This person might have actually set this up properly to get Jeume to go 2 spaces ahead, because she is basically absorbing all of our attacks, and then she has that re-raise. So it looks like she doesn't get to go again. Oof. Okay, there's the courage. So that was ooftacular. I think Sadali might come in here and heal. Oh, she is going again, actually. And she could potentially do good damage here. Okay. So no re-raise. So the courage, even though the courage did something, it didn't really have an end effect. Alright, so Hyo not looking super good here. And he gets evaded. So she's already done with the re-raise, so she's dead. If Tifa's evading, then I don't know what else to say at that point. She's not gonna get hit after that, and he's not gonna be able to absorb her damage. Alright, so all in all, I think that did way better. The win teams are still a problem, obviously. I don't exactly remember how I felt coming out of this, but I remember from last time, the day 2 match. Let me just start this over so that I have some kind of background. The day 2 match kind of made me feel like I didn't have enough HP as much as I should have. So I think that's something I change either in the next video or the video after. My trust stones weren't tempered properly, so I went back and tempered them. And hopefully it's that next video. If not, it's the video after that. But I feel like that does make a little bit of a difference. Alright though, let me end it there before I spoil the rest of what's going on after. Thank you guys for watching, and there's one coming right after this, so enjoy that one.